Hello friends and welcome. Thanks to TikTok, Taylor Swift's song Lavender Haze, and the past spring and summer fashion runway shows, the color purple is having a major moment in the beauty and fashion world. And it's an easier color to wear than we might think, because purple is considered a universal color since it has an equal mix of red and blue. This means that it can look beautiful on absolutely everyone. And from the positive comments I usually receive when I happen to wear purple eyeshadow, I have a hunch that many of you might also be fans of this color. So today we're going to explore which shades of purple might work best for us based on the undertone of our skin and how we can beautifully incorporate this color into our regular makeup routine. Before we talk all things purple, I want to take a moment to welcome those of you who might be stopping by this channel for the very first time, and also welcome back those of you who are returning. My name is Elise, and as a well over 50 working professional makeup artist, I'm absolutely passionate about sharing the makeup tips, techniques, and product information that can help us look like the very best version of ourselves now. So if this type of content sounds like something you'd enjoy, please do subscribe before you leave today. It was an interesting coincidence that on the day I was first thinking about doing this video, I went on a walk just as the sun was coming up and saw an incredible bank of clouds. They had flat bottoms and puffy curly tops. And what was so interesting was that the puffy curly tops were a gorgeous shade of dusty purple, and along the flat bottoms of the clouds was a beautiful shade of bright pink. Frankly, I took this as an omen that I should do this video. Purple has long been a captivating and mysterious color since it combines the calm stability of blue with the fierce energy of red. It's often associated with royalty, nobility, luxury, power, and ambition. And the color purple specifically includes the shades lavender, plum, violet, fuchsia, magenta, indigo, thistle, and orchid. Cooler tones of purple have more blue in them, and warmer shades of purple have more red in them. And I think looking at the color wheel gives us a good sense of this. And also I want to share with you some clothing examples of cool and warm shades of purple. This is definitely a light cool shade, which also has a little bit of gray in it. This is a little bit deeper shade with cool tones. And this top definitely has more blue in it than red, so we're definitely getting cooler as we go along here. And here's another cool tone purple example. And this purple is probably the perfect mix of blue and red. And with these last two shades, we're definitely entering into warm purple territory. If you have a cool skin undertone, you'll look best in cooler tones of purple. And if you have a warm undertone, warmer shades with more red mixed into them will look best on you. And if you have a neutral undertone, you'll look wonderful in both warm and cool shades of purple. If you're not sure of the undertone of your skin, I've put a link to a video that I've done on this topic in the description box below. You can access it by clicking on the word more. The video will include 9 questions you can ask yourself to determine the undertone of your skin, and it also includes some demonstrations. Adding a pop of purple to our makeup routine is a fun and easy way to really switch things up. We can highlight a single feature using purple, create just a pop of purple, or we can go full bore with a complete monochromatic purple look. And of course, the full monochromatic look can include all different shades and intensities of purple. So whether we decide on a purple eye look, a more natural looking pink tone purple flush on our cheeks, or a light lavender lip gloss, there are endless ways to incorporate this color into our makeup routine. Today, we're going to focus on 7 different ways that we can include purple in our makeup with our eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, blush, highlight, lipstick, and finishing powder. Wearing a complementary color to our eye color really makes our eyes stand out. Complementary colors are the colors on the color wheel which are directly opposite each other, such as orange and blue. So if we have green eyes, the complementary color for our eyes would be purple. However, purple eyeshadow can work for all eye colors. Purples and plums can give a boost to gray or blue eyes, and any purple will make hazel eyes look especially dramatic. Pairing purple with brown eyes is really lovely, and any shade of purple will look beautiful. Before we take a look at some gorgeous purples in a variety of eyeshadow palettes, let me first say that purple pigment can be a little challenging to blend, so it is important to experiment with it a bit and practice. It can also be difficult to clean off, so make sure to use a gentle makeup remover like micellar water. And since some people do have allergies to a common red dye which is sometimes used in purple and pink eyeshadows, it's always best to be sure you don't have a reaction to the eyeshadow color before you head out the door. So give a skin test of the color you want to wear by patting just a little bit on the inside of your wrist and then letting it sit there for a few minutes to see if you have a reaction. Now let's look at some beautiful eyeshadow palette options that have some gorgeous shades of purple. I'm going to start with the palettes that have the fewest purple colors, but they're just so beautiful I had to share them with you. This is the Colourpop Cabana Club palette, which unfortunately I don't think is still available. But this shade right here is probably my very favorite purple shade in all my eyeshadow palettes. This is the Soul Mane 2 palette from Odin's Eye, and here you can see those beautiful purple shades. And this is really a stunning metallic. And of course, this is a long-time standing favorite from Colourpop, which I'm sure many of you have. This is the It's My Pleasure palette. Lilac You a Lot is another Colourpop palette that's a long-time standing cult favorite at Colourpop. Some of you may have this purple Haze palette from Huda Beauty. And here are some beautiful lavenders and purples from the Blends palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. These are all matte shades. And the Mikayla 2 palette also has some great purples. This is a palette from Glamlite Cosmetics. This is a fun palette from Juvia's Place, which came out a couple of Christmases ago, I believe. And these are really stunning colors. This palette is called the Nubian Royal, and it is still available on the Juvia's Place website. And finally, this palette from the ABH Norvina collection has the greatest number of purples, at least of any palette I have. This is their palette number 5. And I also have 2 liquid eyeshadows from the brand About Face. This is the color Morning Glory, and this is the color New Karma. Morning Glory's at the top and New Karma below it, and wow, I think these colors go perfectly with my top. And by the way, this is one of my favorite new tops. I couldn't resist these colors, so I've included a link to it in the description box below in case you also might find this really interesting. But the eyeshadow palette that I'm actually going to use for the first time today is this Fleur palette from Ace Beauté. I tried Ace Beauté palettes about 3 years ago, and although the colors were beautiful, the formula was really not the best, but they now use a different formula, which is supposed to be far better. So I recently purchased this palette and wanted to give it a try today. There are no names for these colors, but I'm going to start out with this lightest lavender shade in the crease of my eye. Oh, that is so pretty. Then I'm going to add in a little bit of this color to the crease and also to the outer edge of my eyelid. This color might be pretty close to that color I love in the Cabana Club palette from Colourpop. I would love this as a daytime look, but I am going to take it a little bit deeper just to try out a few more colors. I'm going to go with this blue purple next. And I have a hunch this color would work a lot better being picked up by my fingers since it does seem to have a slight metallic look to it. Then I'm going to take this deeper color and put it on the outer part of the crease and eyelid. And I have a hunch that my brushes will pretty much be stained purple by the end of this. Boy, if you like purples, this is a gorgeous palette. I happened to get it when it was on sale over the Labor Day holiday, but it's very reasonably priced as I remember. Time to do some blending. And then just for the fun of it, I'm going to take this lightest pink metallic on my eyelid. And this I'm going to pop on with my fingers so I really get the strongest payoff. And just because we're playing with different colors, I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it on the outer part of the eyelid. That is metallic. Then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of this deeper color on the outer part of my lid. And the good news is I'm not getting a lot of fallout either. Off camera, I applied a deep purple eyeliner, mascara, foundation, and concealer. If you're not comfortable wearing purple eyeshadow, just using a deep purple eyeliner or eyeshadow as eyeliner can be a really beautiful touch. But it's a good idea to stay away from red-based purple eyeliners because that can actually make us look tired. And believe it or not, there is such a thing as purple mascara. L'Oreal makes one, and so does NYX Cosmetics. And a great way to use purple mascara is to apply one coat of black mascara first, and then use the purple on the tips of the upper and lower lashes. When it comes to blush, the biggest challenge to going purple is choosing the right shade with the right amount of warmth. Several shades of purple blush can create a lovely flush that adds vibrancy to our look and can instantly heighten our glow since it brightens the eyes and enhances the natural pigment of our lips. I have 4 different blushes to swatch for you, and I'll mention a few other beautiful ones which I don't have, which also look beautiful. The first blush from M Cosmetics is a cool pink with lilac undertones and is called Chiffon. Next, also from M Cosmetics, is their Color Drops blush in Little Lilac, which is a lavender pink. This NARS Afterglow liquid blush in the shade Wanderlust is a soft lilac color. And here's the NARS shade. It's pretty close to the M Cosmetics one above it, but it has more blue in it. Then Hard Candy's Face Off blush in Popstar is a very light, beautiful lavender. And this one has far more white added to it, so it's quite light. Next up is NYX Cosmetics Jumbo Multi-Use Face Stick in the shade Blueberry Muffin, which is a light pink lavender, and it also has some pearlescent glow to it. And this last blush from the brand About Face is what I'll put on today since I've never tried it before. It looks like a very deep purple in the compact, but it's actually quite sheer, and it's a pinky violet tone. And I'm just going to dot this on. Really pretty color. I have to say that I think this color and the NARS color are probably my favorites. And this just glides on. It has a really, really soft, easy to apply consistency. This may be one of my new favorites. I really like this one. Of course, I really don't have any idea how long lasting this might be, but I'll keep checking it out. Some purple blushes I don't have, but which look gorgeous, are the Tower 28 Cream Blush in the shade Party Hour, the Glossier Cloud Paint Blush in Wisp, and Rare Beauty's Soft Pinch Liquid Blush in Faith. A purple lip color can really be fun because purple lipsticks range from very deep purples to lavender, and it can be easier to pull off a purple lip than you might think because of this range of hues, undertones, and formulas. This first lipstick is from the clean beauty brand Ilia, and it's called Ultraviolet. Next is a drugstore lipstick from Flower Beauty in the shade Dahlia Desire. These are really quite similar. Another drugstore lipstick that I absolutely love is this one from Milani called Violet Volt. And as you can see, this one has far more pink to it. And my all-time favorite lipstick from Huda Beauty has unfortunately been discontinued. It's called After Party, and it's a metallic lipstick that I love. However, I just happened to come across a lipstick which I hope will at least be somewhat similar, and it's from Ciati London, and it's their Glitter Storm lipstick in bright purple called Electra. I recently ordered it, but it hasn't yet arrived, so here's a picture of it. There are so many beautiful purple lipstick shades, but the wonderful thing is that if you're not quite ready to go full out purple with your lipstick, there are a lot of wonderful ways to adjust the color by mixing a lighter lipstick shade with it or adding a lighter lip gloss. Here are some of my absolutely favorite purple lip glosses. The first one is actually a cream lip stain from Sephora, which is number 105. I don't think it's still available because I can no longer find it on their website, but it is beautiful. However, there are many other lavender and purple shades in this formula that are still available at Sephora. Next is a gloss from Sephora called Regal, and another that I use a lot called Wild, which is a light metallic lavender. This is Regal and Wild is right below it. And the last gloss is really a pink one called Daisy Girl from Lawless Beauty, which works beautifully to tone down purple shades, which are too dark for me. This is by far my favorite lip gloss since it feels wonderful on the lips and it has a fantastic, innovative applicator. There are two other Lawless glosses in purple shades that are on my wish list for the upcoming fall Sephora sale. The shade Lavender Sorbet, which is a pale pinky lavender, and Violet Bloom, which is a soft orchid. I'm going to go ahead and apply my Huda Beauty lipstick in After Party and then apply my Sephora gloss in Wild over it. As you can tell, the light lavender gloss called Wild really gives some brightness to the lips. And the last option I want to focus on is finishing powder. Applying a finishing powder which has just a light touch of lavender in it can be a great way to stick your toe into the purple makeup trend because it can never look overdone and it can instantly add life to our makeup and counteract any ashy or gray tones in our complexion. Also, icy tones in the purple family can reflect light, which can add a beautiful glow to our complexion. A cult favorite finishing powder, which I'll never be without, is this one from Hourglass. It's their shade Mood Light, which is a soft, sheer lavender pink powder, which is stunning. And I'm just going to sweep this all over my face. If you've enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up like button. And I also hope you'll let us know in the comments section if you have any favorite purple makeup products or if any of the ones that you saw today piqued your interest. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you good health and happiness and hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.